Welcome into another edition of the Leadership Library, hosted by CEO and author Rocky Romanella. Rocky is the author of the book Tighten the Lug Nuts, The Principles of Balanced Leadership, and has over 40 years of business experience as a prominent member of the UPS Supply Chain Solutions team, as well as the CEO of Unitech Global Services. So sit back, grab your notebook, and take a seat, and get ready for this edition of the Leadership Library.
Welcome to the Leadership Library. I'm your host, Rocky Romanella. You know, we recently just talked about feeling like a valued individuals and those individuals in your care and the things that help them feel valued. Let's talk a little bit about a successful team who are made up of those individuals who feel like valued employees. What are some of the key things that you do as a leader to build strong teams? What is almost your kind of performance report card or the key things you do as you build a successful team? Well, I think the first is you have to have a strategy. What's your team strategy? What are you trying to accomplish as a team? And does everybody clearly understand what we're trying to accomplish as a team? I think the second one is clear roles and responsibilities, because each person on a team has a different skill set, a different role, a different responsibility. You know, kind of in baseball, we always talk about, it takes all 25 players to win a game. Well, think about that. There's going to be people on a team who aren't starting, but they know their role, they know their responsibility, and clearly they're key performers. If you think about some of the greatest baseball games, if you're a baseball fan, some of those unsung heroes, Bucky Dent hitting the home run, or some individuals like that who were not clearly anyone would have identified as that key player going in, they always seem to find a way to make a difference because everybody understands their role and responsibility. I think the third thing is you need open communication. You have to make sure everybody clearly knows what's going on, what their roles and responsibilities are, and they have to be able to come in, close the door, and say, hey, I know this is what we're trying to accomplish, but I think this just came up. This may be a little better way to do it. You want two-way communication. You want them to be comfortable enough to talk to you, maybe disagree, maybe give you a new idea, and same you communicating with them. And you want them to communicate among each other. Some of the best ideas come from individuals inside your team thinking about better ways to do things and feeling like they're part of a team that's going to be successful in making things happen. I think number 4 for me would be rapid response. Does somebody bring me an idea or someone brings me an issue, somebody brings me something that needs to get fixed? Do I respond appropriately? Do I have a response that's somewhat rapid in the sense that, hey, you told me today and it took me a month to fix it? It doesn't work that way. When people bring you ideas or bring you things that need to get fixed or bring you things that are a problem, you have to be able to address those things. That's why people never leave their office as leaders, because there's no problems in their office. But if I'm the team leader and I've got this team that I want to be a high-performance team, I have to be willing to walk the talk with them. I've got to be willing to get out there with them. I've got to be able to listen to their issues and then respond accordingly. And finally, I think effective leadership is what makes a great team. You're the leader. You have individual leaders inside that team. And so leadership is that ability to get people and get a team to do things they never thought they could do before. But it happens because you have a strategy as a leader and you have an understanding of where you want to go and how you want to get there. You've defined the clear roles and responsibility. Everybody knows what role they play and how important their role is on the team and what responsibility they have to each other on the team. We're communicating with each other. They're communicating with me as a leader, I'm communicating with them, and they're communicating among each other. We respond appropriately, quickly, and in a fashion that makes people feel like we care. We're going in the right direction. It may not be the answer they always want to hear, but they need to hear an answer, right? When there's a void of response, people make up their own answers. And finally, I have to be the effective leader as the team leader, and then they start to take on their roles and responsibilities, and before you know it, you really have a lot of informal leaders out there. You have empowered people who are disciplining each other and themselves before it ever gets to you. So I think that's what's important. So when you think about people feeling like valued individuals, those individuals make up a team, and then these are, I think, some of the key things that you need to monitor and embrace for you to build world-class teams inside your organization of empowered individuals who feel valued. Until we talk again, be safe and look forward to talking to you on our next Leadership Library podcast.